Okay, I was introducing everybody to homeboy, tough guy, Dusty's boyfriend. Dusty's back in the house. She is not allowed to see him. Yeah, there he goes, dragging his dirty dick in the dirt. You're a dirty dog, we know, I know. You're a good boy though, but you cannot go see her. Yeah, she's waiting in there. You two are like Romeo and Juliet. Go home. Or go play. Yeah, look how dirty he is already. I was saying how he's a dirty dog, and I don't like him mounting Dusty. Yes, you're a good boy. I will knock you out. Buttons. Button's a good boy.
So it all came down to money. They had.
Well, I guess if y'all didn't see the cars before, there's still some cars left. I did an earlier stream, and then the battery died. Now I have a secondary battery. American classic. Music. Yeah. That's how they used to make stuff. You like that? You want to try? We're backstage. Yeah. It is beautiful. Thanks for commenting. Welcome. There's a rarity. Looks like a license plate on there, but oh well, you all be good. Are you licking my hand? Yeah? You want to be my friend? Yeah, okay. He licked the hand, it's gonna knock him out. Made you flinch. Oh, and here you go. This is why you can't be with my doggy daughter. This kind of behavior right here. And there's Buttons. Buttons is... See, you've got a lot of personality. Hey, Yogi. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, Buttons, you're a bit... You're kind of... You're like not too really there. Homie's pretty good to go in the neighborhood.
This is the horn, but it's got its own little compressor.
I don't want him making babies with my Dusty. The boot. Look at this thing. That is amazing.
The other one is just a beep.
Is the other one a Luga type of
No,
thing?
no, it's a and it was a nano, but vintage.
So there definitely should be more cars here. Chimayo is famous for its restored cars and lowriders and stuff, paint jobs. So I'm not really sure why they're not showing for this. They come out once a year around Easter and then back to the garage. which is a damn shame because
And the Sears, we used to do the sticker parade. It was always a big deal. And they had this big thing that went over Central, and that's where the camera would be. So it was on. Well, this was up by the fairgrounds. It was just.
okay, I can't really see the screen. I hope I'm getting it. It's pretty bright out.
And, you know, so
See
it was
that
a big
wheel?
deal. It was on TV. This parade was on TV. And TV was a big deal. So we're going down the road, and that, like you jump out.
There's a yard nearby that has just basically buried in the weeds. It's an old trolley.
Don't embarrass me, Dad.
Not like a horse-drawn trolley, but a trolley body, and it's in beat-up shape. The roof is collapsed and stuff, but it's definitely from another time. All right, dog channel. Are you talking? Okay, that's enough. Your voice is kind of annoying. You're supposed to have a low growl, high-pitched whimper. Oh, I thought they were doing another set. Everything's wrapping up. Well, let's take a look at the plaza while you're here. Dusty loves him, but he's dirty. He's just a dirty dog. Yeah, you're like her big brother. Stop trying to mount her. So we are now standing over the acequia. We don't have it set up to see what is called the Ortega ditch. The Ortega fields right over here. Since the 1700s, I guess, or 1500s, something. And then those cliffs in the background, which I think look like the ancient castles of the giants. And some of those sandy hills to the right and left of the cliffs, those aren't old. Those are from the 60s, from a water reclamation project. So what you're looking at is partly natural and partly not. But I think these cliffs are not natural. Not natural, I guess. A vastly different scale than and there's a good little bad boy. Okay. So here's the museum that put on today's event. I guess if you look up Chimayo Museum, that will help. The music was traditional folklore Deos Mios, my uncles, but actually I think it was 3 ladies and a dude. So I don't know. I guess that name's been, the band members have changed, maybe. They mentioned one member, she had passed about 5 years ago. Okay, so I can't see the screen too well, so I'm hoping this comes in clear. We are now on the plaza. I like to joke that this is just a little fixer-upper. In the first stream I said it was going for what, 790,000? But now I think we're up to 1.2 mil now. goddamn Californians. So they took out a lot of the elm trees here. This one seems to be still here. That's part of the thing here, is nobody's really sure what's best. Some people say these trees gotta go. I say you have to plant your new trees before you take out the old trees, because otherwise it's just too damn bare here. If they took out those trees, it would be a heat index exponentiality. Here's the community garden. Community garden. Let's walk through here, homie. Thanks for coming along, homeboy. Yeah, come on, let's go. I do like homeboy, but I have to say, I will knock him out. Can you read this sign? Community garden. Chimayo Cultural Preservation Association. So that's the association that they're the stakeholders of the museum. I would encourage anybody who's got an interest in culture, preservation, and associations. Might be just your thing. Here's the other half of the plaza. Vastly different than Santa Fe Plaza. But at one time, it was probably very much like this. So there should be a video from about a month ago where all of this garden was being planted on San Isidro Day. I came out and did a live stream. But I don't know, YouTube has kind of been messing with my videos. So good luck. Should be on the channel. I made everything available to people. But I've seen videos that were available are suddenly now not available and waiting for me to authorize something. I don't know. Or something. So I couldn't figure out why 20 of my videos were suddenly not available anymore. But they were available. People were watching them. So we've got some dumbasses here that like to leave litter. I myself have picked up plenty of trash around here. I'm not picking that up today. Maybe another time. What do you think? How come you don't pick up any garbage? Aren't you proud? Yeah, I mean, I'm so glad that they didn't go crazy on all these trees. It's not native species. Okay. But what else wants to grow here? That's my question. If elms are what will grow here, then let the elms grow here. Take some stuff that's native from here and bring it over to Siberia where the elms came from. And then we'll be even. Oh, fair and square trade. This is Oakley and Chincho. Oakley's such a good boy. We love Oakley. Chincho's a little bit of a rascal. Chincho does like to scrap with Duster. What do you think? Do you get along with Chincho? Beautiful landscape and views. Thanks, Rockin' Wheelers. Yeah, Chincho gets out of the gate and she comes and she tries to bite Dusty's butt. Or Chincho's a boy. It's funny, the only dogs I want to scrap with Dusty are pint size. There's little Lulu, homeboy's sister, I guess, or housemaid. Lulu doesn't like Dusty. What happened? You got a goat head in your foot? You got a pokey? Fix your foot. I'm not doing that for you. Got to be resourceful out here. Yeah, fix your footy. I guess you get used to it. The dogs in this house don't like Dusty either. Well, they did when she first had a tag on. And she got out of my house and came over to their house and was hanging out with their dogs. But maybe it's the leash thing. They see her on a leash and they go ballistic. Here's some day lilies. Another one of the acequias. I forget which one this is. Special spot right here. She likes to put her feet in. Here's another one of these gates to direct the flow. Homemade's gonna show us. That's how it's done. This is how dogs stay fit out here. Get your belly wet. Sit down. Sit in the water. There goes little Chincho. It's not a natural spring. It is water that is being diverted from Santa Cruz Lake, which is in this direction. So Santa Cruz Lake is a reservoir. I'll show you the sign on the history of the area. In the meantime, I'll give you what information I can. Santa Cruz Lake has the main acequia that comes off and it branches off into different diversions to water the fields, the local area, and the group that takes care of the acequias have been in charge, hundreds of years, taking care of it, switching off and on the gates.
Have a good one. Nice meeting you as well.
And so there was just a split right here. I can show you the split. There's this nice old tree. So we were just on the other side of the street there, watching the dogs just through those trees across the road. That water comes through here, and then we've got this split. This one stays open a lot. This side is open occasionally, and it will actually cross under Highway 76 over there through those trees. And then there's some families that receive the water from this ditch. Okay, let's go read the sign. Oh, there's a cute dog. Oh yeah. Yeah, thank you so much for doing this. Okay, we're gonna read the sign. And I'll read it as well. The water flowing under this bridge is part of the Acequia de los Ortegas. This acequia, or irrigation ditch dates back to the founding of Chimayo in the 1700s and begins in the canyon of the Rio Quemado behind what is now the Rancho de Chimayo. That's a restaurant. It is one of the oldest continuously used irrigation ditches in New Mexico. In 1995, the Chimayo Cultural Preservation Association acquired a grant from the McKean Charitable Trust to help the members of the Acequia de los Ortegas pipe the ditch in the canyon where it was continuously being clogged by landslides, floods, and willows. Now the water can flow freely in the historic Acequia to the ancient fields of the Plaza del Cerro area of Chimayo. So the plaza, we were just down there. Yeah, that's some history right there. And there's a little map. The map, I do. I want that crumb cake.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll take two. What is this one?
That is lemon velvet cake.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, Robert. Feel like being on camera?
Huh?
Feel like being on camera? Not so much. We'll just hear your laugh. I just read everybody the history. I showed the little map down there. I had to put Dusty inside because Homeboy's on the loose. And
You don't want a little homeboy.
yeah, Robert knows. Robert knows. So no low riders, no hot rods or anything like that. Where are they all?
I don't know where they were.
They hiding. Oh wow.
With the Dodge, I got the battery and all that.
Oh good.
The fuel pump doesn't work.
Are you happen to be going by there now? Or are you going to open that up? Can I show people that car?
I can open it.
Yeah, let's go take a look. This is pretty much wrapped up. Are you going to move the little one?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it.
Okay, I'll meet you over there. I'm going to go this way. Here he is. At 7 this morning, I walked Dusty, and of course Homeboy was waiting for her. And I took him back home, and he did stay. But now he's back.
The little one didn't come out with it.
Mm-mm. I love these trees. No, doggies don't brush their teeth. No, crumb cake does not sound like a good idea. Mm-mm. Aren't you diabetic anyway? Come on, get out of here. Go home. I'm being attacked. Should we lock him in the garage for a while? See if he learns anything. So tell us about this.
It's a 64 Dodge 880.
880.
880.
That's like before the Curies and that stuff, or
It's bigger than the Furies. It's built on a Chrysler platform. 19 feet long.
the top still works?
Yep.
All right. 19 feet long.
It's only 6 inches shorter than the longest cars made.
I was noticing this little side mirror. Awesome. It's all original?
It's been repainted.
Okay. Homeboy's famous. He's Chimayo, so for sure. Well, thank you. Couldn't get the headlights, but that's okay. The headlights? Yeah, I don't want to go through it. Yeah, another time. You'll have to stay tuned. Stay tuned. Here we go. Right on cue. No.
Yeah. It doesn't have a steering wheel, it has a tiller.
Like a little. Oh my god, it's really quiet.
It's just a bunch of batteries.
Oh, is that right?
That's a 2017 Detroit Electric.
I don't know about this.
That's an electric car.
I had no idea. All right, people. Get on your game. This is the
2017.
Tesla, you're done. This is what an electric car is supposed to be. Wow.
Those are popular with women because you didn't have to crank them
Okay.
and they weren't dirty, they were clean.
You hear that, homeboy?
Amy
Clean.
Eisenhower had one
Oh,
when
wow.
she was in college.
Is that his daughter?
The Eisenhower's wife.
Oh, wait, I thought. Oh, I'm thinking of the Roosevelts. Mamie?
Uh-huh.
Mamie Eisenhower. Seems like I should know about that. It's escaping my mind, though. Wow, 1927?
1917.
17. And then in 2017 they redid the. Or are you saying that has?
It was 100 years before Tesla.
And they haven't replaced the batteries?
Oh, he can replace them. They just look like regular car batteries.
Okay.
They're not the great big ones like they use now.
I see. Wow, so like 6 of them?
That whole what looks like a trunk, if you open it, there's a whole row. I think it's 6 batteries.
Why am I driving a Prius? I should have something like that, man. Oh man. So you're wrapping it up?
Yep.
That was nice. And San Ysidro Day, you missed that one, huh?
Yeah, last month.
So that was a month ago. Do you know what comes up next?
The tractor and machine day.
Oh my God. What kind of crowd do you think?
Probably about the same.
About the same. Do you think a lot of these people are from outside of Chimayo?
Yeah. There was even a senior citizen van. came
I
through.
saw that with the blue t-shirts. Yeah, so, because my friends didn't come out, shame, but I think 1 or 2 of them are watching right now. And yeah, I don't know how many Chimayo people actually come to this.
Oh, I forgot before I forget. Because I'm going to be gone until
Right.
next. Can you go in and give next
Water.
Saturday or Sunday, water those plants?
Yeah, I'm
There's
on.
little vases by the old cash register.
I'm on it. I'm already watering at 2 houses, so it's no trouble.
They just need a little bit of water.
And there's a water can?
It's not a can. I just have it's a jar and an old vase.
Oh yeah, the same ones that.
The one that I use every
Yeah.
week.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
The cactus were fine, I'm sure, but
Well, did you get them yesterday?
I watered them yesterday, so they're good for a week.
Okay.
Because I always water them on Saturday.
All right. Yeah, I remember that. And then the big aloe, I gave it some water, I guess a week ago. Let's show homeboy.
You're funny.
He's trying to be as good as he can. Whoops, what happened?
Is that your dog?
No, he's the neighborhood dog.
That's homeboy.
Yeah, homeboy.
His master died.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't tell that story. So, yeah, Robert, what can you say about? I guess I'll say what I remember. Before I even moved, we would see out the window. Alejandro was his name, and Alejandro would go to the bus stop. Homeboy would follow him, and then After Alejandro got him on board, homeboy would make his way home like a good buggy. That was before Dusty was even alive. But now all homeboy thinks about is Dusty. Stop licking me.
It was good seeing y'all. We'll see
All
you.
right.
See you later.
Well, that was a half hour. Okay, so I did 2 streams. I hope everybody forever and ever gets to. The gnat's been insane since the rain.
It's supposed to start raining Tuesday.
Well, good, it'll knock them down hopefully. Yeah, what's his name? Jose, who does all the stuff? Yeah. He did let these survive. My little bean and squash. I don't think a corn is coming up, but he whipped down. There was like, here's one. I just gave it some water. Where are you? There's another one over here, but I guess they weren't tall enough for him to really see, so they just went with the rest of the
It
weeds.
might come back.
I hope so. I put water where the nub is, and yeah, I mean the elms definitely come back. This was bare 3-4 weeks ago.
Give her a hedge.
So this is the valley. Well, thanks.
And if you're interested, when I'm gone, if you want to give the store a good cleaning
Okay, cool.
and just keep track of your hours.
All right, will do.
Because all the cleaning, bathroom stuff is all in that little closet in the
Okay.
hallway. The good sweeping and stuff.
Absolutely.
Give you something to do.
Yeah, maybe even tomorrow. I have to go and water the tree that I moved at Renee's, and then she got a bunch of new little succulents and stuff, and then went on the road. So now that leaves me with watering duty over there.
You finished. I injured myself just in time that I get to help that man.
You injured yourself. On what?
When I was stacking chairs.
You're at the age you need to wear gloves.
I know, dude, like barely got 2 of them. One here and one here.
I think it's this skirt.
It's what?
This skirt.
Who has it?
Fiskars?
Rusted green.
Well, homie, I think that's it, man. We're gonna shut it down. Let's get a last look. There's a chat here. What do we got? Get into the shade. Needs to. Wait. What was that? Oh, there's more chats. Look at that. Needs to go and take a minute. Oh, take care. Say hi to Dusty. Alright. Thanks for watching. History. There we go. That's there. Chimayo. Homeboy, do you have any last words? Are you a beggar? Poor little baby. What is it? Are you hungry? You just want to make babies? See how the apricots are doing. Do you have any apricots? Hello. Oh, are you taking this year off? Maybe. There are no apricots, buddy. I love this tree though. I don't know, lots of right angles. Does that look natural to you? Ow, bugs. So that's Sandy Hill back there. And the Sandy Hill back there are not natural. But these cliffs are purportedly natural. I think they're from another civilization. Before this place was underwater. There's a couple of apricot trees. There's a nice one. Little apple tree. So I'd like to see more fruit trees planted here. I have some acorns, 2 different kinds of oak trees, but I've never propagated oak, and I'm afraid that if I just try to grow them from seed, that they're going to get whipped down when the landscapers come and trim down all these elms and whatever. So because there was a run of elms along this edge, separating from the plowed field there. And they didn't want the elms, like the elms across the way. But I think they're plenty deep. I don't know why we're having a war against elms. Just because they're not native. Well, if we're going to do that, then maybe everybody should go back to where they're supposed to have come from. That's not going to happen though, so let's just plant things that will live here. Hey!
I'm so
No, you're good.
Just wanted to say bye.
Oh,
Nice to see
terrific.
you
I
again.
thought you were doing another set.
We just played a couple quick
Couples.
ones.
Oh, yeah, by the time my battery was charged again, you were wrapping up.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Are you going to do any more work on that place?
Hopefully, yeah.
Okay,
it's just,
cool.
The grant funding.
Oh,
dependent.
okay.
Yeah, so hopefully soon.
Wow. Otherwise, maybe next year?
Yeah.
You'll be coming back here? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I come for the cleanup days too.
The cleanup day?
Mhm.
Oh, right on. That was on the 25th of April, or what was that? I think I missed that one.
I don't remember.
I was expecting it on one day, and then that turned out to be like 5 days or a week before I thought it was going to be. I came back, I was like, wait. But I was even mentioning on the stream, we were walking around the plaza and how people leave garbage. And I say, look, people do clean it up, but there's some stubborn people here who really love throwing their trash out. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
Are you live? Are you
I'm
streaming?
on YouTube right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the channel's called Sprightly Sprite. Sprightly Sprites, Gemstone, Crystal, Mineral Magic. It's a tongue twister, but Sprightly Sprite is the best way to find it.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, and so it's Teos Mios?
Tios Mios.
Tios Mios.
Yeah.
Do you want to be on camera or? Do you...
That's okay.
Okay, yeah, your voice is fine. So everybody, Tios Mios, my uncles. Okay.
Yeah, our uncles.
Our uncles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really nice. Folklore. Where do you play next?
We're playing a friend's farm party in Santa Fe
Oh, very nice.
next month, and then in August we'll be playing a dance where there will be a teacher teaching some of the traditional Spanish dances.
Is it contra dancing or different than that?
It's similar
Okay.
in the sense that it's a group. They're
Okay.
mostly group dances.
Oh, fun.
But it's based in New Mexican.
All right.
dances, so
Are you New Mexican?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
Yeah, from Albuquerque, but my family's from Truchas.
Oh, wow. Cool. And is there a website or something that folks can see for the music?
The Dios Mios.
Dios Mios. How did we spell that?
TIOS space MIOS.
All right, you got that, everybody? Cool. Well, this will last for generations, hopefully, if the internet stays up, and people will refer back to it again and again.
Well, really nice to see you again.
Definitely. Katrina?
Kateri.
Kateri,
Yes,
excuse me.
Kateri
Oh, I'm a
Lopez.
fool.
Yeah.
All right,
All
Kateri.
right, take care.
See you next time.
Bye. See you next
You know where to find me.
All right, bye.
Okay. What do you think, homeboy? She's nice. Yeah, that lady's cool. I met her first. She had her work gloves on and her dusty jeans, and they were cleaning out the building across the parking lot. They're gonna try to restore it, I hope. And a sod roof at one point. That would be cool. Yeah, so I didn't recognize her. She's in a pretty dress now and playing music. But that's great. And somebody making an illegal pass there. They like to do that on this road, and I've even seen my trip down one direction to town to get groceries. And by the time that I came back, somebody had flipped their car over because they drive like maniacs, trying to pass in no passing zones and whatever. Like it's gonna be 16 minutes if you take it easy, or 14 minutes if you drive like a stupid idiot. And so they're gonna take their chances. But thankfully none of them came to the event today. There's some knuckleheads here, I won't deny it. But there's also some magic. If you want to learn some history of this area, there's a cute film called The Milagro Beanfield War. Milagro Beanfield War from the 80s. It was a Robert Redford production, or did he direct it? I don't know. He had something to do with it. And it's about this area, but they actually filmed it somewhere else because people here were not wanting to be exploited, I guess. But they had offered to, yeah, let's go back to the plaza. Redford offered to help spruce the place up, you know, for doing the filming. And the people were like, no way. We'd rather just have our privacy. We don't want Hollywood discovering us, all that kind of stuff. And then there was, I don't know, decades of heroin and coke and meth and now fentanyl. So that's what people do instead of being in the film industry. Or maybe some of them are able to walk the tightrope and do both. But I don't know what's going to happen in this place. So, like this spot right here. It's going up though. I think we're up to 1.59 million for this little beauty right here. Just let me know if you're interested. We'll even throw in the dog. Right? You're the guardian of town, huh? Yeah, and the Cultural Preservation Association just acquired this part of this building. And I told them I would give some textiles on loan. Some saltillo serapes, and I have a couple from Texcoco, Mexico. So some of the stuff that inspired the Chimayo weavers came from further south in Mexico, and I guess the train had a good thing to deal with that, and then just communication between families. This is like the northern frontier of Mexico from back in the old days, and then so folks that were living here, it was very rough and tumble, and even Santa Fe was a 2-day trip. Now I can do the 26 miles in about 40 minutes, but it used to get so washed out, and of course if you're a horse and wagon, yeah, it's a 2-day trip to Santa Fe, so it was very isolated here, and folks had to make do. And so I don't know what's going on with their descendants now. For a few generations, the thing with the cars was really big, low riders and paint jobs and kind of hot rod paint jobs, that type of thing. And it just seems like a lot of the interest is gone. There was young people here today I was happy to see. The one girl who offered me the little coffee cake or whatever. She actually is a great baker. I just tried some of her scones the other day. I was amazed. She's like 15 years old and she's already... If you could make a scone that's flaky and delicate, not hard as a rock, that's pretty damn good. Yeah, buttery, flaky, and a little bit of moisture. Because a lot of times scones are just too dry and crumbly. So the girl is going to be a good baker. Or she already is a good baker, but if she pursues that, then it's in the bag. She's going to do great. Will she do something like that here in Chimayo? I don't know. There's been a lot of brain drain from this area. Everybody with talent does not feel like just hanging out with their cousins and getting drunk and fighting and all this stupid stuff. They get out of here. Some stay and work at Los Alamos. Some work for the state down in Santa Fe. a lot of fed people. But yeah, the closest groceries are in Espanola. There's one little place, but it's more like a bait and tackle shop. The cans of food are all dusty. It's like they're not even trying to sell groceries. He's just trying to finish out his days just chatting with the locals who come by and just, I don't know, buy a newspaper or something. I can't quite make sense of that. My other little gripe, there was a really nice pinyon tree here, so when they cut the elms, somebody gave these guys the idea. It was smart to cut the pinyon too. That was just, I don't approve. There was a mulberry tree over in that direction. They chopped that in half too. And there is little sapling branches coming off of it again, but it's gonna be a weedy, scrappy tree now, because in New Mexico they don't know how to do tree care. So there's a lot to love here, and then there's a lot that's just throw up your hands, shake your head. I can barely get anything to live in my gardens. It's finally, I have 3 kinds of coneflower, echinacea, and another couple of things. Those came in, some flax came back. I have some little beans growing now, my mortgage lifter beans. They're pretty trusty, they grew 2 or 3 years now. But the corn can come in. Like, I see tiny little corn sprouts, and I think these guys come around with the weed whacker. They just trim it down. They don't notice it. Ow. A few squashes. You know, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It's not enough to feed me, but it's enough to maybe get some more seeds to try again next year. What do you want, dude? You like being on camera? What's the matter? If you're thirsty, come in the ditch. Let's go. Oh, it looks like they did a little improvement on this. They got a new door and a new little entryway. Oh, and they took the boards out of the windows. So then somebody can just break these windows. That's what they were concerned about. Anyway, they're remodeling. I approve. Go in the ditch. I'm tying my shoe. Go in the ditch. Are you seriously going to touch me with my white shirt on? That's my gripe with homeboy. He said he's just a dirty dog. He thinks that everything should be dirty. Oh, there's no water. It's damp, but there's a puddle down there you can go. Okay, let's go back. I gotta tie my shoe. Can you hold the phone for me? I'm gonna put you down. Tie my shoe. Back up. Hopefully it's a nice view. Can you just shut up? Thank you. All right. Beautiful trees. Don't cut them. Please. Yeah, and this is where they make a lot of the adobe blocks. You could see the old post office was over there. Yeah, that was the other half of the plaza. Yeah, so they took out all the adobe making equipment. There's a little screen frame there, but it looks like it got redid with, I don't know if it's oat or wheat, some kind of grass. This is a remodel that they just finished. They did a great job. Not sure when this one's going to get done, but I would imagine it's being slated. The old post office is there. I would imagine a lot of animals probably stayed in this plaza. A lot of burros and horses, some cattle, goats. It would be cool to bring that back, especially the goats, because we've got so many weeds coming up. Foxtail grass and bindweed, some stuff that I don't know, but definitely lots of these dandelions. I think goats would love to eat that. I'll even eat some right now. My shoe. Goat head. Alright, let's get off there. Yeah, it's bitter, but if you're hungry, I'm sure even that bitterness can be pretty good. Here's some alfalfa. Takes down some of that acrid dandelion taste. What has the garden got? Zinnias, marigolds. Is there some cosmos here? I think these are the cosmos. That should be fun. There's corn coming up. Their corn is doing okay. So thankfully they get enough water on this, because I think if left by itself, just none of this would grow. But thanks to these guys and ladies, switch those irrigation gates, and everybody shares the water. So up beyond that hill there, to the right of that hill, is the Santa Cruz Lake. A cute little lake surrounded by cottonwood trees. And that's our source water. And if you come to the area, you want to visit that, bring an extra $5 to give the lady at the shack there, because I think otherwise people would just use it as a place to get trashed, and they don't want to spend $5 on that. So the lake stays clean. Here's nice lilacs. Love this bush. Here's a spot I'd like to do some murals. We've got this lovely Chima 13. I don't know who they are, if they still exist. There's some 76 graffiti I see around, because the Highway 76 there. I don't know, I hope that the graffiti people get more into murals. I would love to see more murals, mosaics, stained glass. That, I think, would be better than just writing your gang's text around. Make something that people can really be proud of. And that's my rant. Yeah, so this is the new museum property. Still connected to somebody else's building over there. Maybe they'll get a grant for that part too. I think it's fantastic if this whole building was a museum. And, you know, maybe put some Picnic tables right out here. What do you think? Does that sound good? Yeah, in the old museum. So come to Chimayo. There's a bed and breakfast right at where they across from the Rancho de Chimayo restaurant. I stayed there back in the 90s before I lived here. I used to just visit this place. Now I live here. Does that happen to any of you? You visit somewhere a bunch of times and then without even trying to, life just says, no, you're gonna stay here now. Yeah, these maestros. Don't. Yeah, so this was the north of their country. You know, this was the frontier. Like we've got a Canadian border now, and so people think the north, but this was the north. Now it's the southwest. Funny, huh? North is definitely that way. And I guess I still have some battery life, so I'll just keep showing stuff around. Yeah, and so and weird light bouncing around in that direction over there, peeking up over that hill. I tried to catch it on live stream, but the battery drained really quick. Let's go under these trees. This is much nicer than in the sun. Can you feel it, puppy? Right here. Yeah, here's some, I guess it's the last of adobe bricks that got made in that field before they turned it to grass. So maybe this will repair something on the plaza after these adobes cure just right. Or I'm not sure what they're waiting for. Funding? That's probably what it is. When the funding comes in, the workers will go back to their toil. That lady Kateri, she helped to do some preliminary work on this place. It's supposed to need $200,000 worth of work. I don't know. I've never actually been inside. I've peeked in. They had the door open when they were doing their work. I looked in, but for some reason I'm just not drawn to go in there. Yeah. Thick walls. Thick walls. Bugs, get out of here. Somebody, they covered this in concrete. It's like you're doing adobe for hundreds, and then 20th century comes along and they say, no, the best way to do it now is concrete. But the concrete doesn't breathe. And so does that have a factor in why this thing is defunct? And it's just for cats and skunks now? Yeah, we can see this. So this was on the wall and now it's on the ground. Concrete is not a safe. Stuff. You see all the layers of adobe though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At least 6 layers. And those bricks, those adobes. How make a great little cafe. Where's the moon? No moon. What do you think of that sky? It's supposed to rain Tuesday. I'd say that would be good. Yeah, so future people, if you stumble on this video for some blessed reason, you'll know that this is where the magic happens. I wish Rusty could come out. I'll stop the stream and I'll take her for a walk. But I can't be having homeboy mounting her while I'm trying to talk to you all. I love these daylilies over here. Let's look at these again. I don't know if it was this stream or the other stream, but I showed this spot. We'll come back to it now. There's some of these irrigation gates. So if we block that one, and the water fills up right here. The big one on the plaza down there, that was damp, but it was closed. So this is where we're at. That building right there used to be an antique store. And I guess at one point it was a candy store, something like that. Back when these guys were all in their 70s, when they were children, under 10, that was the local candy shop. Then it became an antique store at some point, and now it just sits. There's a loom in there. Somebody was weaving. There's a loom in there. There's another place on the plaza that has a loom in it. The little settlement on the other side of the on the other side of the field. That has a loom in it. So a lot of weavers just either passed on or went on to different places, and they just left their looms. And now it's hard to find people to weave in Chimayo. Did you just fucking do that? God damn. Tell me you didn't pull my battery out of my bag. What the hell, man? You need attention or what? Man. Right into the water. See, this is why I don't want you mating with my doggy daughter, because you're kind of a dumbass. Alright, well this looks interesting. Yeah, this is alright. So now we got crazy video. It is just going ballistic. Look at this. Dusty's not here, dogs. Wow. This is interesting. Oh well. Well, it's been over an hour. A couple people watching. Let's see if there's any chats. Chats. I can't even. Oh man, this is weird. Kind of trippy though. Look at that. Yeah, it's pretty good for a Sunday. Do I need a new phone now? Maybe I'll unplug that. I don't think one went in the water. I see water on it though. It's pretty. It is just going off though. Maybe hitting the ground like that. Wow, this video got real interesting. So I can't read your chats. See, the screen is going. I'm blaming it on you. You're too needy. Dog, dude. You're not my dog. No, if you need water, go to the ditch. What do you want, foodie? Are you hungry? Shouldn't you for that? Does your mama not feed you no more? Alright, well I guess this is as good a place. Thank you folks. Future. Yeah, I'm trying to even turn it around. It won't turn. It's not. On my shirt. It's obnoxious. Alright, well, somebody just joined. We're coming in and out of the stream. This thing's just going too crazy for me to handle. Alright, goodbye. It won't stop.